Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Backlog Podcast number 42. Now today is a special episode. We're doing our first quiz show, and I realized after recording this that I forgot to announce our contestants. We have Retro, who's a content creator, really great guy. We've got August, a regular to the podcast, you know him well, contestants as well. And also we have our editor, Chewy, on this episode. So I just wanted to add that in really quick. I hope you guys enjoy this very special episode of the Backlog Podcast, number 42, aka the Quiz Show. So hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Backlog Podcast number 42. Hope you're having a good Sunday. We are doing a special episode today, and I think we've been playing this for a little while, where we're actually going to do a quiz show, and this quiz show is going to go over lots of different things. I'm going to be the host. All of these people are the contestants. It's going to be covering the podcast, like podcast quiz. It's going to be covering like fighting games, general video games. We're going to be doing movies and TV. And I'm really interested to see if some of these guys are going to get some of these questions, especially the podcast history ones. I want to know, especially our editor Chewy here, who has, some insider secondhand experience. All right, we're joined by Oleg from the Gulag. What's going on, Oleg? Hey. All right, did you rejoin there, Quint?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's begin game.
Pumpkin has
All right, guys. So let's see. I think we had. It has it.
You didn't name me. You didn't. I'm not fit to be named.
I did name you. It says quintessence right there.
Oh, it lagged on everything. Whatever. This thing's using 80% of my processor somehow. So.
Well, I mean, I think you just have a trash ass PC, but that's just me, man.
It is kind of garbage, but.
I'm just saying. Look, I just call them as I see them. You know what I mean?
It's just a little web page, dude.
Anywho, so we decided to have Chewy, little Chewy, pick the first topic. So Chewy, what topic do you want to choose first? And remember, once I choose the topic, there's going to be a buzzer that should appear in front of you that should let you. That you have to buzz in. So even though Chewy picks the topic, he does not get to answer first.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm ready to click then.
So Chewy, what do you want to
click it or tick it?
Yeah, you have to click the buzzer. Okay. Anyway, so Chewy, what are you gonna pick first?
Let's go with video games. 200.
Video games 200.
Yeah. Starflight.
What is the best-selling video game of all time? Chewy?
Nothing popped up.
Oh.
Said.
Oh,
Tetris.
it's so late.
What do you mean? It's Tetris, you said?
Yeah, I said Tetris.
All right, so we're gonna have to see the answer here.
Oh shit! Did mine freeze too? But
it is actually Minecraft with over 176 million copies sold across all platforms.
I never would have guessed.
So, I think that's incorrect.
These Minecraft kiddos.
That idiot loses $200, huh?
So how does this work then? So who selects next then? Let's see.
Right out of his pocket.
I think it still stays on with Chewy.
Chewy,
stay with Chewy.
Chewy, what do you want to select next then?
All right, fighting game terms 500.
Fighting game terms 500.
Got to recoup that loss.
In Street Fighter, from player one side, can you tell me another way to say this input on the joystick? 63214.
Oh god, number inputs, bro. I just pressed the button.
Potato. I'm sorry.
Oh,
retro.
From player one side, that would be half circle back.
Let's see. That is correct. Half circle back. So let's see. That's 500.
My buzzer doesn't work.
Sorry about that. Your buzzer isn't working?
This whole thing is super laggy.
Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah. Oh well, I just have to be faster.
So, Potato, what would you like to select next?
Video games 300.
Video games for 300.
At least your Google Chrome didn't just crash.
What is the name of the Orange? What is the name of the first shooter video game that was popularized the genre?
Doom. Wait, no, Quake.
Who buzzed in? I buzzed in.
You buzzed it? I mean, I saw Chewy's first.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
Orange.
So you're saying what's your final answer?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw out Quake.
Quake?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's Doom in 1993 by id Software.
You weren't supposed to immediately. Okay.
No, what are you talking about?
He's memeing. He's memeing. He obviously knew it was Doom.
No, my first answer was Doom. Then I thought about it for a second.
If he gives the incorrect answer, shouldn't other people be able to buzz in to give a different answer? That's how Jeopardy works.
Again,
Yeah,
this isn't Jeopardy, bro.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know how. Like, shouldn't it like switch between the two, or like should it go?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Wait. So it tells me the order in which. Just chill out. Hold on.
Oh, it tells you the order that.
So it tells me the order. So it would have been. It says 1 Chewy, says 2 Potato, which is Retro, and then 3 it would have been Quintessence. August didn't even buzz in.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
We're working on it.
We're-
Technical difficulty.
Are you falling asleep? I'm sorry. So here, look, I will. So what are we gonna do here? So since, how do we want to do this?
Straight from here now.
Okay,
Whatever.
straight from here. My bad, guys. So we're still working out the kinks.
Keep the game moving. Keep the game moving.
So
Chewy's like what, negative $500 right now?
Wait. So as he loses, he gets negative money, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Supposed to, yes.
So he was the one who. So negative 500 is what he's at.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my God, that buzzing is. Here we're gonna turn off this music.
Damn,
Negative 500.
Yeah, you owe money. When you
Okay.
finish this show, you're actually gonna have to give backlog money.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay me, dude. Sorry, guys. So we're working out the kinks here. So then, so does that means that Chewy chooses again then?
No, wait.
Correct.
I mean,
believe.
since we did it wrong, I guess we could just default back to Chewy.
Yeah, Chewy. If you want to make.
Wait, who chose? Wait.
I chose this one.
Oh yeah,
Right,
Who
chose
chose
the last
that? Well, then we should default back to you.
retro then. So
Alright,
retro.
Video games 100.
Video games 100. This plumber is the most famous video game mascot of all time, created in 1981. First known for his ability to jump, man.
Definitely Jumpman.
Retro.
Who is Mario?
Can't be that simple.
That is correct, sir.
Would have been funny if it was
Buzz.
like Luigi.
My buzzer has a delay. The question comes up, and then the buzzer just sits there. And then after a while, it's like, okay, you can buzz in.
Luigi has better hops than Mario.
Retro.
Yeah,
would you like to make your next selection?
That's false. In the original game, they had the same jumps.
I don't care about the original
In
game. Mario
Video
2
Games
is where
4.
all the canon is established. Everyone knows this.
Video games for 400. What is the
Don't be
name
looking
of
at
the
it.
first video game to feature voice acting?
Definitely Final Fantasy VII.
As soon as that button comes up, you know.
Is that buzzer not?
Why is everything lagging? Oh, even my Discord is lagging. This is crazy.
This thing eats your computer, right?
Dude, I'm not even on the page. My computer is just dead. I just decided it didn't want to work.
So yeah, it's. I mean, I'm not seeing anybody here buzzing in.
I got nothing.
Someone try to buzz in. Whoever's computer connects the fastest wins. It's like the stock market.
I mean, I ain't risking my points on this. Like,
Okay,
my
Yeah,
buzzer's
right.
been working fine every time. Like,
I wish mine would.
Mine sometimes.
Maybe you guys should just get off dial-up.
Well, it's not a dial-up problem. It's eating my computer alive.
Listen, okay.
Okay, so-
Dial-up is what I can afford.
Chewy, do you have a buzzer in front of you, or are you just not selecting to go for
Let
it?
me see if there's like a
Mom's
mobile
basement
version I
won't
can
pay
join.
for itself, homie.
Okay, there
I
we
mean,
go.
Okay, so Chewy does work. Chewy's does work. Okay.
Mine's just came up.
Okay.
All right.
Oh boy. You've been
All right,
this
I'm gonna throw out a guess for
But-
this one.
By the way, you guys don't have to. you don't have to risk your points. You can also choose to not answer a question.
That's literally why I haven't buzzed
Nah.
in.
Bro, I'm gonna lose. Oh my god. Okay. You know what?
I believe in you. You got this. Just have confidence.
All right, I got you.
Mhm.
With 100% confidence, Deus Ex.
Deus Ex. Okay, so here's the other thing. Okay, so he is not right. Okay, I'll say that. So here you go.
Does
So
that mean he's wrong?
Then that's
Okay.
and he loses money.
So right. So here you go. So that was Dragons Lair in 1983. Okay, so we're gonna have to minus.
Oh, of course it was Dragon. God damn it!
You're gonna have to minus another 400 points from Chewy. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know why that buzzer is so obnoxious.
God damn it, bro.
This is going extremely well, and I love it. All right. So anyway.
I gotta be like old and stuff to get some of these, man.
Yeah, bro. Even I'm not that much of a boomer.
So I guess it would be back to Retro selecting the next question.
I'm back in the game.
Video games
Time to
for
win.
500.
Video games for 500. Here we go. What is the name of the first video game ever developed?
Probably Atari.
Wait, what?
The
wait,
first
okay,
video game. Did you?
Pong.
It's got to be Atari.
Isn't Atari like a system or something?
Is he the only one? Okay. Okay. We got Pumpkin here. He chimed in.
Oh, how do
Okay.
you yeah, here.
Pong.
Oh, that buzzer's so annoying.
Okay. So. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
you.
just like how your mom calls every video game Nintendo.
Okay. So Chewy, what is your answer?
I yelled out Pong earlier.
Okay.
Oh, he did. Damn.
Bro!
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's right.
And what is your answer, Quintessence?
Chewy was wrong.
Chewy was wrong.
Oh.
What is your-
shit.
What is your answer?
I don't know now.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
I mean,
That's 500
developed?
minus.
Tetris.
August, would you like to make a guess?
Damn, hold up. Let me Google this right quick. No.
I just want to get my program working.
I call shenanigans.
Excuse me.
Okay, I'm gonna try to access it on my phone.
If you look
okay,
this up, I swear to God.
First video game ever developed is gonna be Atari. I'm sticking with my first answer.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry, it's
I'm
not a
sorry,
video
guys.
game.
It was Tetris for 2, developed by William something or.
You mean tennis for 2?
It's Tetris for 2, guys. Here it is. Wow.
Tetris came
I
out
actually
before
kind of knew
Tetris.
this. They use it like an oscilloscope. Yeah.
Could you approve my late entry as a different person? And then just
No.
give me minus 500?
I can't.
So
No.
that I can
Back to
actually play
someone
this on my
else.
phone.
You have
It
to hold
literally
that.
says, please wait for approval.
We
No, I
have
just
to.
want my fucking thing to work.
So do you want us to reset the whole game, go through, select all of these things again, and then have everyone leave and then come back just so we can have you back in? Hold on, well, let's go to manage team. Let's see if we can actually do this. So let's see. I
You
think
should
I
just
can.
be able to approve me.
Here, look. I'm
Have you
gonna
played
have to.
basketball?
I'm gonna have to kick you. Hold on. I think I can kick
Okay,
you
that's
and then
fine.
add you again. Okay, you're still
Sure.
you're
Works
you're
for me, dude.
you're still cannot add team.
Oh, son of
you
a bitch.
Okay, so here we go. We're gonna have to go back
Look,
and we're
guess
gonna
I'm
have to
out.
re-add you then. No, sorry, you're in this.
No, I'll just watch.
Can you
Oh,
at
no, I
least
can't.
can you at least
It's got
try
a
to
delay. What? Try to what?
can you at least try to jump back in through the factile like
Yeah,
go
of
to
course.
factile and add in the code
You
278448.
just tricked me, but
Dude,
we'll see.
close your Chrome and then open only one tab.
That's what I did, and it still chugs.
Try again.
I don't want I'm
If I
sorry.
can get it working,
but-
you can get it working.
I'm sorry too.
Yeah. I'm sorry that the only person here is
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
the guest is winning this.
No, it says I need to wait for approval.
The
Okay,
big
so
craft
here
feature.
we'll go back and we'll add you guys again and we'll just clear out
My
these
browser
things.
just keeps
So really
crashing.
quick,
It straight up
let's
dies.
try to remember who had what points, right? Since this is just the train wreck that it is.
Should I install Firefox to just try to play it on a different browser?
So we're gonna say Chewy.
Like a screenshot.
Okay, hold
One
on.
second. I'm installing Firefox to see if I can just play it on something else.
So we're gonna go 600.
I
Then we're gonna do
I'm dedicated to trying
August.
this, right?
Are you? Minus 500. Okay, so Chewy's broke as a joke.
Dude, the funniest
He's
thing
more
about
than
this will be if we should just let the questions pop up again, and if we get them right this time, then we get positive points because we're all in the negative anyway. So it's
I'm not.
Yeah, no, Retro's
You were
winning.
all in the negative anyway. And it's
All
not
right.
like...
So here, we're gonna exit out. We're gonna enter back in, okay? If you guys don't mind.
Yep.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna say play here, and we're gonna add these people again. Multiple choice, teams of 4. All right, game buzzer question. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, yeah. Okay, so the new code is 4143.
Don't say it out loud.
It's on the screen, you dingus. 4143.
It starts with one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't
I'll be
even
funny if
matter how
Bobcat
hard you try.
joins.
Okay. So who is
He
Potato?
Me.
Okay. Retro Orange. Who's Orange?
Me.
Okay. And then who's Pumpkin?
I am.
Okay. Quint. And we're just waiting on August.
I'm working on it. It says joining.
Does it? What was
Cannot connect. Please recheck your pin and try again. What the?
the?
Damn it.
It's a new pin, you dingus.
It's a new pin.
It's 4143.
Whoa! Now randos are gonna join.
Yeah, right.
Except it's
Yeah,
on the
Bobcat
screen, so
joins.
could you please hurry up?
Can't just leak that.
Okay, so are you Pineapple?
Yeah,
August?
you already put it on the screen, so.
Okay, here we go. So we're gonna begin the
Please
game,
work.
and we just need to clear
Please
this
work.
out really quick.
I got a whole new browser for you.
So we're gonna clear out video
Factile.
games.
Yep, that was Mario. Yeah, that was Minecraft.
Okay, and then what was the? And then I believe the next one was.
Dragon Slayer,
Okay,
Tennis for Two.
can you? And then we had fighting game terms, right?
Yeah.
Is
Yep.
that? And then look.
We'll have Circle Back.
Okay, so we got
Looks right.
August was 500. What a
Positive.
beautiful sound. Quint was minus 500.
Yep, minus 5. Chewy was minus
14, right?
1400, I think.
what?
Oh my god. And then
$500.
plus, I think he was at 600.
Oh, 600.
All right. So, what are we selecting next, guys? Who's actually the next? Who is next to choose? I think it was it Retro again? Let's just say it's Retro because he's in the positive here. Retro.
Yeah, he is.
Fighting game terms 100.
What is the damage dealt to the opponent when they block a move? Okay. Quintessence?
What is chip damage?
It's chip damage. That is correct.
Oh, we live in the gray health era, homie. That's a lie.
Right, that's correct.
Oh my god, it actually works on Firefox.
What would you like to select next there, Quintessence?
Movie quotes for 300, please.
Movie quotes for 300. Get away from her, you bitch. You should have a multiple choice there.
Oh.
Oh,
I can just
I
click
believe.
I just click. Fuck! I was trying to click it.
Once again, Retro
It
with
doesn't work. It kind of.
Yeah, I was mashing where the button was, wondering why there's just a timer. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
why is there just a timer?
Wait, am I just answering? Do I buzz in? It's aliens.
Why not
it's just
allowed
the
to
first
buzz
person.
in?
It's just the first person to click the
Oh my
actual
God.
answer.
Okay, whatever. That's not
the
fucked
multiple
up at
select
all.
here. Okay. So anyway, as we continue, Retro bodying the rest of the crew. Retro, what would you like to select
the game
next?
works. He's a cheater.
Retro,
We got a
movie
regular
quotes
Ken
200.
Jennings over
movie
top
quotes for
here.
200.
Oh God.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Ooh, that was a very close one, but once again, Retro getting all the damn points and bodying. August still asleep,
his
not
internet
even
is
pressing the button.
faster.
It's
His
amazing.
internet is just fat. I didn't get a chance to see the button.
Retro is on the fiber optic game.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
I guess at the end of the day,
Why is his computer so good?
at the end of the day,
Closer to the
guys,
data
pay for
This
your
is
internet.
with Chrome slowing me down, guys. Come on, like
This game is pay to win.
Pay to
Yeah,
win.
it took me a minute to read that, man. I didn't even get a chance to like react.
Yeah, it's true. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Retro, what would you like to select next?
Jeopardy is a reaction game. You didn't know.
movie quotes 100.
Movie quotes for 100. May the force be with you.
I got this.
Okay, so it says here that that Retro is first here. Retro,
you
go
gotta
ahead.
be kidding me.
Fucking joking?
So here,
start.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make this a little bit more difficult for Retro here. What I want you to say the movie and the year.
Oh,
No.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
That's not how it works.
Star Wars
Yeah.
Episode 4: A New Hope, 1976. I don't know.
All right, it's fine. We'll give it to you. We'll give it to you. I'm sorry, man. Yeah. All right.
Of course, it's just Star Wars.
No one knows when Star Wars came out. There was just the before Star Wars time and the after Star Wars.
It was 1977.
That was close. Like
It's just
Still
a
pretty
blanket
good.
Star Wars that doesn't even require. Okay, whatever.
Like,
I said
listen,
A New Hope,
all I'm
like-
saying is Chewie owes me $1,700. Okay.
I know, and I don't know how I'm gonna get the 600 to pay you either. So
Bro, that is my rent money.
At the end of the day. All right, guys. So let's continue. Retro, go ahead and continue to onslaught the competition.
That brutal.
The Backlog Podcast 100.
Okay.
you fool.
Dude, no one's gonna be able to answer these.
Yeah, right.
How many times has August fallen asleep on the pod case that we know about?
Really? What?
Wait, do I have to answer?
I don't know.
No, I think you can just wait for the timer.
Okay.
I think I can just hit X. Well, if I hit X, that's right. It'll.
I should have trusted my gut and gone with 4.
I should have went. I should have went with 4 too. I knew August slept quite often, but
Worst part is,
It says in parentheses that we know about.
Yeah, it was
Twice.
twice.
Oh,
Twice
we
that
know at
about.
least-
I knew
Bro,
it was twice that we know about.
It's
bro,
twi-
I edited that podcast too.
so believe it or not, I think there's another podcast episode where it's literally in the description August falls asleep on the podcast. And then there's another one that we just called August Sleepcast where we just decided
there's two that we know about.
There's two that we know about and this is to quote August who said there's two that you know about.
Yeah, exactly. So that was me underrepresenting the actual figure.
In which case,
Retro you lost money, Retro.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to go off of what you guys were saying, and I thought I didn't hear someone say 4.
You were trying
Wait.
to cheat.
Wait, how did August not get it right?
I
know, right?
Exactly,
Well, he was sleeping.
exactly, right?
He was sleeping.
It
He
says
wouldn't
in parentheses
know.
that we know about. Okay, so Retro, I guess since you know you're on this onslaught, what's next, my guy? What are we selecting?
Well, I lost 100, didn't I? Did you take it away or no?
Did you lose 100?
Yeah.
I'll give it back. I'll give it back.
What? Why are you giving it
What?
back? He clicked a button. That's why he
Yeah, I
lost.
did. Like
You clicked the
I'm
button
saying
by
I
accident?
lost. No. I'm saying I lost 100. Did you take the 100 away already?
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't.
it automatically does it on multiple
I didn't
choice.
choose to
okay.
get. Yeah, I didn't choose to give it or take it away from you.
Oh, okay.
It was
Okay.
the computer. Okay, so
Backlog Podcast 200, I guess.
all right, 200. Here we go.
I'm trying to clear your debts, guys. Come on, like.
How long is the long? That's right. It was 4.
Editor.
That was 4 hours. And I believe the longest is actually 4 hours and 17 minutes or 7 minutes to be exact. It's a little bit hard to remember. I had it actually in here, but I had to take it off once I made it multiple choice.
Damn, we used to have
Was it-
stamina, bro.
Was this before I became the editor?
So
Yes.
yes. So this is actually the longest episode is episode 2.
Oh.
So as much as August likes to believe we had these long podcast episodes, I'm pretty sure that like the average is typically 2 hours in history and maybe 3 hours, but that's with
I think
just
the second
editing things
longest was
out.
the Green Knight review.
I don't think it was that long. It might have been, but it's hard to
Really?
remember.
That
Yeah.
was-
The longest I
That
seen
was
was like 3 hours.
I think they just felt long because we were new to podcasting. But anyway,
Amazing.
so Quintessence, what would you like to select next?
Movie quotes for 500.
Movie quotes for 500. Okay. All right.
Gotta get out of this hole.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. Retro?
Batman.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's not right. Never
I'm
mind.
sorry. August.
Dude, End of Days starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, I'm sorry. Is anybody else supposed to chime in before this ends up?
It's a good movie.
I ain't risking that, man.
It's a
But good
good
ending character.
movie.
All right. Okay. No, sorry.
It's fun. It's a fun
The actual
movie.
is the
Oh,
usual suspects.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
right.
Kaiser
Yes.
Soze.
See, I
God
never
damn
seen
it.
that movie.
I always feel stupid. Wait, does it play? No.
Yes, it does.
It
Dude, you
didn't?
should play the clip. Play the clip from the movie.
I played the audio. I can't play the clip.
Why
That will
can't you
take too
play the
much.
video?
What do you care? It doesn't matter.
Oh,
It's
there
gonna
it
take too
goes.
much time.
Ooh.
It was just lagging
Boo.
like usual.
Boo.
Anyway, let's see. Who selected that category?
That was me.
Okay, Quint, what's our next category?
TV show screenshots for 500.
Okay.
Got this.
What TV show is this famous bar from? Retro.
Cheers.
I'm sorry,
What
what
is
was
Cheers?
What is
Did he
Cheers?
buzz? Did he buzz?
He did he it says he's won. It says one right
I
there
was
next to
literally
his...
clicking as fast as I could.
Yeah, you guys were both really close.
God damn it.
So
What is Cheers?
what is Cheers? Quintessence? Am I allowed to give multiple people the answer if they say yes?
I
to
think
this
you
one?
would tell me if I'm wrong and then go to the next person.
You're correct.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah, it's
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so this is how it works.
I already know it's Cheers. Yeah, it's Cheers.
Okay, Retro.
TV screenshots 100.
Name the screenshot from this fresh 90s family TV show. Ooh, Retro.
What is the
Oh,
Fresh
good.
Prince of Bel-Air?
There's literally too much delay. I can't beat him.
That is correct.
I can't beat him.
You gotta hit him. You gotta hit him with a DDoS attack, bro, to confuse you.
There's too much delay. I'm just clicking. I'm clicking.
You gotta throw packets at him, bro,
Sometimes
to beat him.
reality means you don't have fast enough internet.
I just have to
True.
pray he doesn't know it. That's my only hope. I just
Retro.
have to hope he doesn't know it.
Once again,
TV show screenshots 200.
200. Can you name this TV show set? Ooh, this one was actually really close. Retro, once again.
Oh my god.
What is Friends?
That is correct.
Jesus
1994. Retro, go ahead.
TV show screenshots 300.
Christ.
Can you name this TV show with actor Bryan Cranston? Retro.
What is Malcolm in the Middle?
Damn it! He got it! That is correct.
That was definitely.
How is it
That was
so?
definitely
How's he have
Breaking Bad.
access to it so fast?
Bro, the fact that...
He's right next to a data center.
Was it...
Can you hit spacebar instead of click? Is that the key?
Okay, so... You know, I tried to put that in there hoping that you guys would think that it's Breaking Bad, but it was Malcolm in the Middle, yeah, for
It
sure.
was on
He
he had
Malcolm
hair.
in the middle.
He had
See, I know
hair.
that because I've never watched Breaking Bad.
And that wasn't a season
Ooh.
1 episode Breaking Bad.
I've only seen 2 episodes of
I
Breaking
tried the
Bad.
mix-up and it didn't work. Okay, Retro,
You can't fool me.
where are we going,
look-
Retro?
Movie quotes 400.
Movie quotes 400. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. August?
Fast and the Furious.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
Anyone else want to take a swing at this
Living
one?
life a quarter mile at a time.
Okay, guess we're moving on. The answer is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Fuck, I knew it.
I actually didn't know that.
I was too scared.
I knew
I was too
it.
scared to try. I can't go further into the hole, man.
Well, that's why. Welcome to the gulag, boys. Retro will be your master. All right.
Chewie's like 15. He hasn't seen any old movies.
Retro,
Yeah.
once again, running the board.
TV show screenshots 400.
Can you name this
come
living
on.
room? Quintessence.
Ah, The Simpsons.
That is correct.
Rick and Morty, obviously.
Oh,
Simpsons, 1989.
Wait, you sound so relieved.
I'm proud of you, buddy. Hey, look, you're only $100 in the hole. Okay, let's see.
Beat him.
Quintessence, what would you like to select next?
That's a personal victory. Fighting game terms for 400.
Fighting game terms for 400. A term used to describe a technique that allows the player to execute multiple actions at once, giving them one more option against the opponent. August.
What is an option select?
That is correct.
You put the word option in the clue, bro. Come on, you make it too easy.
That was just
I was hoping you
the
would get
actual
that wrong.
description, you dingus.
Nope, you gotta make it harder.
What would you like to
August
select,
negative
August?
$1,100. Guys, you gotta make it harder.
Retro over there letting Jesus take the wheel. Go ahead, August. What would you like to select next?
Our home states for 500.
Our home states for 500. What is the state bird of Maine?
Oh my god.
Oh, wow, okay.
I mean, I
Well-
cheated because I live in Maine. So.
Yeah, that was a not.
Build advantage.
Thank you, man.
That's right.
Gifted me that one.
home bird advantage. Some
You know,
shit.
even,
Look.
you know, even if I lived in Maine, I wouldn't even know that.
Yeah, right? Who knows their state bird?
I do actually. Yeah.
It's so cute. Yeah, it's so cute. Bro.
Actually, as a
It-
matter of
it is
fact,
cute.
I actually put all of your state birds in there besides retro.
Oh no.
Thanks.
Oh
Yep.
god.
Actually, the other
Oh,
state, the
no.
fourth state bird in there was Mississippi, which is the wild turkey.
Dude, does Arizona even have a state bird? It's probably like a fucking vulture, bro.
Probably, I don't know.
August, what would you like to select next?
The Backlog podcast for 300.
300. What episode did Quintessence join the Backlog podcast?
Oh,
Shit, I
August?
shouldn't have busted in. Can I take back my butt?
You cannot.
I'm gonna go with episode 3.
Actually, that's correct.
Oh, every now and then you get
Actually,
it right.
believe it or not, I thought it was episode 6, but it's actually episode 3.
Oh,
that was early, man.
See, the thing is, I think we had a mystery. We had an episode that doesn't exist. Like we have an episode that we filmed,
yeah, we had.
but I drank too much that episode, so therefore it will be in the abyss. It is gone forever.
Yeah, it's in the void.
Yes, understandable.
It's in the
Yeah,
dark place.
it's gone. It's gone. It's gone with
Never
the wind.
happened.
It never happened.
Actually, in the backlog.
It's in fact locked in the backlog vault.
Ugh, I hope it wasn't Gone with the Wind. That movie's a little.
It's not 2020. It's not 2022.
August. What would you like to select?
The Backlog podcast for no. Our homes. Nope. Backlog podcast for 400.
Okay. How many hosts have there been of the Backlog podcast? August?
Let's see. There was me. There was you.
Mm-hmm.
Hosts and not guests, right?
Oh,
Hosts.
you're running out of time, Chief.
This is a time limit on this. I'm gonna go with 3.
I'm sorry.
4. What is 4?
That is correct.
How
did you not know that?
Who was the fourth host?
Yeah, who's the fourth?
Josh.
The one who was part of it for episode 1 and 2.
You freaking dingus.
Shit, I did know
How did
that.
you not? You're.
Okay. Yeah.
Look,
But
contestants.
we don't call. Do we call us? Yeah, I mean co-hosts. Like, we don't
How?
call it
Anyway,
co-hosts.
moving on.
Yeah.
Quintessence, what's next?
Forgot about your.
How do you
You know
not
what,
literally
Backlog
your own
podcast,
show?
He was on the last
500.
episode.
Oh,
He's
this
on the last episode.
Quintessence,
He's on one episode before that.
I'm glad you picked this one. All right, this one's exactly for you. Okay.
All right, perfect.
Everyone resident to the podcast had agreed that this survival horror franchise story made perfect sense.
I'll take my money and go.
That is correct.
I got it. Did I beat him to it? Who won?
No.
You didn't
I won.
even select.
Oh, I selected.
Bro, I had a
It's too slow.
flashback of that tier list you guys did.
I'm glad we could admit, and you chose. You had. I just want to just point this out here. You could have selected Kingdom Hearts, but you
Everyone
picked
agrees
Resident
Kingdom Hearts
Evil.
makes sense.
And I'm proud of you for that. We.
No one agrees Resident Evil makes sense. But you.
Let's go.
I was
Kingdom
just
Hearts.
thinking, man, what would Matt's ego put? And I was
Oh,
like, right.
How petty would Matt be to put in the question that an
clicked so
argument that we
fast.
had?
I clicked so fast.
It doesn't even matter, man.
Bro, if I was in I would have agreed.
All right. I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad we can both agree.
terms for 300, please.
Fighting game tickets for 300. Here we go. Georgia is a state located in the southeastern United States, with its capital and largest city being Chewy.
Wait, is this a fighting game thing?
Yes.
Wait, this is no. Wait, hold
You
on.
hit our home states.
Oh no!
It's fine. I'll take it. I'll
Don't
take
worry
it.
about
But,
it. Give me that 3 points.
Go.
Okay,
What?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say Atlanta.
Atlanta? I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
Atlanta.
guys. I didn't mean to mess that up. That is correct.
Go by Donald Glover.
I am so sorry, guys. I am the worst game show
It's
host
fine.
of all time.
Chewy needed that. It's
He
fine.
really did need the points. Atlanta has his back, really, when it comes down to it. Of course, once again, Retro letting Jesus take the wheel. Go ahead, Chewy.
Retro fell asleep.
Well, I guess we should do fighting game terms for 300 then.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, my
Yeah,
bad, guys.
check
Here we go. Here we go. What is the Smash Bros?
Bro, I was about to click that shit.
August, what did you even choose?
I picked Wombo because I heard Smash Bros.
You didn't read the whole thing?
Why read the whole question? You got to be quick, homie.
It says that. Anyway, no Johns is
No
correct. That's right.
time.
I was like a half second behind you.
You gotta
Okay.
think. You gotta
I think-
you gotta think ahead, bro.
I
The
feel
only
like
Smash Bros term I know is Ditto, so like.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I didn't
yeah.
know
So
that was
so
Smash Bros.
basically, no Johns means hey, don't blame the game.
Mhm.
Don't blame. You got to blame yourself.
No excuses, basically.
No
I
excuses.
feel like as not a member of the Smash
Are you
community,
making
like,
Johns right now?
You just like
Bro,
I don't know, bro. I don't even know if you use these terms correctly,
Go-
homie.
I didn't know this originated.
I
from
literally-
I'd like to choose my next question, please.
Oh my God. Go ahead, Quintessence.
Fighting game terms for 200.
So needy.
This is the 13th. Oh, did I pick home states?
Fucking moron!
Sorry, guys. Yep.
Oh, whoops. Well, whatever.
Damn, you know what? Damn.
Really? What's that? Man,
Retro, do you want these points or like what? You gonna give it a shot?
No, I'm not risking points. Like,
You don't know the
smart
answer?
play. He's being a smart player.
You don't know the answer? Okay, fine.
no.
All right, fine. It's actually Washington,
Yeah,
guys.
it's my fucking state.
Yeah, you didn't select it. I'm sorry. You wanted fighting game terms for 200?
I thought Georgia was bigger than my state. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it was Georgia too.
Anyway, fighting game terms.
Fighting game terms for 200.
Wait,
please?
did you say fighting game terms for 300 beforehand? Didn't you?
Yeah.
He did. Okay, so
No.
that's why I selected.
He chose fighting game for 300, and then
Yeah.
you gave us home state, and then he chose fighting games for 200, and you gave us home
You
state
gave us home
again.
state for 200. Yeah.
But there was no fighting games for 3. Anyway, 200 it is, guys. I'm so sorry.
I said 200, not 300.
All
I said
right.
300.
What is the invisible boundaries around a character sprite or model that determines whether it hits?
Can't just say it. You gotta enter it.
Can you? Okay, you said Quint says hitbox.
What is a hitbox?
What is a hitbox?
That was a controller.
That is correct. Quintessence.
All right.
I can't mess this up now.
You really can't. I mean, I guess you could click the other one somehow.
Okay.
Our home states for 400?
Our home states for 400.
Yeah, why not?
This state economy is largely based on technology with companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and Boeing based in that area. Looks like August.
What is Washington?
That is correct.
Hey!
And I guess-
What's it say? Washington.
Probably just a 15-second loop of Bezos
Oh,
laughing.
jeez, it's just an annoying like music thing.
Why is it that? It is that. Why is it that? That's so dumb, man. I love it.
All right. Anyway, so August.
So August, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go. Our home states for 100.
Can I get out of the hole?
This is the northeastmost state.
I couldn't even click it. God damn it.
Chewy's correct. It is Maine. That's very much correct. It's time for the it's final fractile time.
All right.
Enter in your wagers, sir.
I can actually wager. Win this. You actually can't wager. You're too negative. I don't think. Maybe it doesn't say what you can wager.
Valid wager is 0-0.
Ah, then you cannot wager anything.
There we go. My whopping $0.
Oh, hi, baby. Oh, hi, kitty.
Can I wager negative points? Does it loop around to being positive?
No, I'm sorry. No.
This battle's between Retro and Quintessence.
Okay. All right, you guys.
I can't wait to lose to Retro.
August, are you ready, or can you enter your stupid wager so we can move on?
How? Okay, I thought I couldn't wager.
You have to enter 0. You have to put 0 into the machine
and then go. Yeah, you have to hit the button.
I want to wager my negative points.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Can you name the game that this song is from?
Definitely Bubsy.
I can't hear anything.
Playing.
You have to hit play, guys.
There's no song playing.
You guys have to
Here, listen on the stream. I'm playing it on the stream.
Oh, fucking hell.
August?
What?
Can you select?
The wrong fucking thing.
I can't even win. Why do I need to select?
I clicked the wrong fucking thing.
It was Resident Evil, guys.
Yeah, it was.
Damn.
All right. Well,
who's that guy on the Resident Evil cover?
I think it's Chris Redfield, kinda. The winner is Retro, aka Team Potato.
Look at this guy using actual strats and
congratulations. Congratulations.
Potato with that good internet.
Oh, that was fun, guys. Wasn't it? I really wanted to do like a Final Jeopardy thing, but I didn't know how to set it up. But yeah. So the real question here is, I guess we should probably keep going and probably set up some. Do a couple of articles here to close out the podcast, or do you guys want to end it here?
Sure. Let's Yeah.
Let's take a quick.
Do we have anything really worth talking about?
Let's take a quick break, and when we get back, we'll delve into a few articles.
Let's see.
Take a break. I will be right back.
What people learned. I want to know if people remember what The Last of Us starts tonight at 9. If anyone's
I'm a lurking chat though.
I'm gonna give it one episode. I'm gonna give it
20
minutes. I'm gonna give it 20 minutes of an episode.
If
I almost committed to a whole episode, but
if it doesn't catch me in the first 10 minutes, then I'm out, guys.
I already watched the first episode of Velma, so I'm hot off like white hot rage.
That's the thing. I gave Velma 2 episodes, so I'll give Last of Us 2. Just out of like general respect, I like Last of Us more than that. So
yeah, I'm giving Velma all the episodes. I want to watch the thing that people hate, homie.
I don't hate it. It's just a nothing show.
Yeah, that's
the problem with it.
I mean, isn't that every show nowadays?
I guess we'll talk about Velma.
Sure, we can talk about Velma.
Talk about it right now.
Look, okay, so can we all agree that this show just wants to take the IP instead of just wouldn't it be more interesting if it just tried to make something new and it was like, look, we're like Scooby-Doo, but we're its own thing. And
the problem is even if they just change, like if Velma was named Selma and
perfect Selma, I like it.
Yeah, like if they were all named different characters, the show would still be bad. Like that's kind of the problem with it.
Yeah, that's the problem with all these shows.
Okay.
Exactly, Retro. Exactly.
Oh, am I doing the same thing I always do? Sorry, Retro. Keep going.
What's going on?
I didn't mean to talk over you. I'm trying to.
No. Like that. That's just it. Whenever I watched, I gave it its first 2 episodes because there's shows that I've watched that I thought I would hate that I ended up enjoying more.
Right.
But there's aspects of it that I liked more than I thought. Like, honestly, I didn't hate Velma in it because I think the entire joke is that she's supposed to be unlikable. So I can't fault it for that. I think it's weird that they took Shaggy and they just went anti-420 with him. Like, they made him, not straight edge, but they made him very anti-drug.
What?
But I think that's the joke. I think that they thought that was fucking hilarious. They were like, "Oh, this is gonna be so funny. Everyone thinks Shaggy's like a total stoner, and we'll make this guy straight lace."
What? Okay, I don't like. Okay, so August. So once again, can you please justify watching this show again?
Yeah, I'm down to clown, homie. I'm ready.
So are we having an impromptu freaking Velma review? Because I'm all about that.
I already wrote my Velma reviews.
I haven't seen it. I mean, if you guys want to say it, if you want to talk about it, hey, let's do it. I mean, I don't think August has seen it though. Either.
Not yet. I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow.
It would be just me and Retro just shitting on it. For being a nothing show.
I just don't think it's an entertain. Like, you could name it something else. You could change everything about it. Just the base aspect of the show. Like, I don't even think parts of it are badly animated. Like when she goes into her hallucinations, that's not badly animated.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a good style to it. It's not very funny for the most part. I think I laughed twice. I laughed at the lesbian cop joke.
I also laughed at a lesbian cop joke.
And then they made some
nothing.
Then they made some joke about she copies or Fred copies off her test because she thinks she's Mexican. That's most of the humor. All the rest is mostly violence and.
Oh, I chuckled at Fred having uncool people blindness. I can't see people who aren't cool.
Was it cool or poor? I can't remember which one he said.
It was one of the two. I think it was cool.
Yo, this sounds like trash.
It actually does sound pretty
trash. And they hypersexualize the high schoolers.
I mean, isn't that every American show?
No, that's not. That's the anime thing. They can't steal anime.
No, it's not shit.
Are you gonna defend anime right now?
Have you seen Riverdale? That is every American show with high schoolers.
these
Yeah,
high
but
schoolers
I would
are
argue the
hot.
difference is all of them are in their 20s. Like,
Well, I mean,
Possibly? They're in high school.
no. The characters are obviously in high school, but I'm saying if they're sexualizing the characters, the actors are at least in their 20s.
Oh, I mean, okay,
Like,
fair, I suppose.
it
So
doesn't
I
technically
actually
make
really
it.
liked Daphne's redesign. I thought Daphne's redesign was actually good.
Huh.
I didn't mind it, like, compared to some of the other ones, like...
Yeah.
My question is, when are we going to get the gritty post-zombie apocalypse Scooby-Doo we've all been craving?
I mean, this one's pretty gritty.
No, but there's not... What were you saying?
Nah, I don't know. Like, keep going. I don't know anything about.
An actual, like,
there's a comic book.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a zombie apocalypse Scooby-Doo comic, and I'm like, why can't we just get that? Or more.
That honestly would have gone over better. Like,
or more episodes.
I think most things would have gone over better.
Well, like I feel like, has anyone seen that Supernatural Scooby-Doo crossover episode?
That was actually pretty good. Like, that's
pretty good. Give me more.
That got me to watch Supernatural. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it.
Exactly. Give me more of that.
Hey.
Like, the big issue that I had when I watched it is because it's set up as like this is all not their first meetings, but this is like predating Mystery Inc. Like, this is what leads them on to eventually becoming Mystery Inc. Mm-hmm. But like the entire plot of it is like there's this murderer going around through town killing women, and basically Fred gets blamed for it, and that's it. Like, Fred ends up being like it. By episode 2, he's on trial, and they're basically trying to prove that he's like so incompetent that he couldn't kill people.
Right.
And then he goes to prison, and that's it. Like, I don't like, basically the issue I'm having is maybe by the end of it, I don't see a situation where these four end up becoming friends and like wanting to do Scooby-Doo shit.
That's what keeps you. You got to find out.
I mean, it also sends like opposite messages. Like, the show's definitely trying to like hit that like hyper wokeness and like girl power and all that stuff, but at the same time, it just like blasts women occasionally. It's like, wait, what are you trying to do here? Could you like set like how you actually are trying to present this show?
Things have been confusing since forever. But I mean, like, Scooby-Doo's
like a damn lane.
Scooby-Doo's always been pro-women.
Yeah, but like, this
two
is
women
like,
are like two
this is almost nothing like Scooby-Doo. This doesn't have Scooby-Doo, for one. Like, because, quote, it was too childish to have Scooby-Doo.
Well, I mean, Hanna-Barbera like wouldn't let them use the dog. Otherwise, they would have done it.
I think honestly, what it sounds like is they're really just trying to stir the pot with this, and it sounds like it's going to be one of those shows that like it's just going to be an attempt at the end of the day, and then it's going to go away after season 1.
It's just so lazy.
Like, this is how I would actually put it. Like, let's say Rick and Morty is like still a thing like we have. Mm-hmm. But instead of it being called Rick and Morty, it's that original like way back pilot where it was supposed to be Rick and Marty.
Yeah.
Like let's say Rick and Morty came out, but they said, no, this is the official prequel to Back to the Future.
Yeah. Oh, this is actually Doc and Marty.
Yeah.
What is it? It's Peabody and
Sherman.
Is that the name of the actual Peabody and Sherman?
The kid and the dog?
Yeah, I think like that's also sort of along the same, like literally a bunch of things are just like a parody.
Oh no, like Rick and Morty started out as a parody of Doc and Marty. Like that's what its original like joke video was. It was Doc and Marty. And what I'm saying is yeah, and what it is let's say Velma is the same idea. You don't change anything about the show Velma, but you call it Velma and you tie it to Scooby-Doo. It would be like if you don't change anything about Rick and Morty, but you called it Back to the Future. That's where like I'm kind of sitting at with it. Like it. Whereas like I think Rick and Morty could probably stand on its own as Rick and Morty because it kind of is. Right. But I don't see Velma sticking around for more than a season. And to an extent, like I feel like it came off as a show that they pitched it as whatever, like maybe Mindy or something, whatever the creator's name was. And it's like, this was like me in high school or something. I don't know. but like they pitched it as something like that, and then either it got denied and they brought it back and said, hey, this is now Scooby-Doo and it's the exact same pitch.
Yeah.
Right.
Or this is now Velma. Or it got signed up and they said, nobody's going to watch this shit. We'll call it Velma.
I don't know. I feel like you're giving content creators too little of a doubt. At the same time, giving them too much of a doubt. Like, honestly, like, this could have been a show that Mindy Kaling thought would resonate with people, because people have wanted an adult-oriented Scooby-Doo for a while. I mean, a lot of the people that grew up with Scooby-Doo are adults. Hell, a lot of them are, if they grew up with the original Scooby-Doo, are older than just straight up 30. Like, some of them, like, Scooby-Doo's been around for a long-ass time.
Scooby-Doo's had a bunch of great shows, too, though. Well, like, if you want a better Scooby-Doo spin-off, I guess, than Velma, you just go watch, like, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, which is a way better show.
Well, like, that's not what they were talking about. Like, someone wanted to make a more adult-focused Scooby-Doo show. Did it land? No. But, I mean, I honestly really, like, even without having seen the show, even if it's terrible, I really respect them for trying to do something different. I think people get way too beholden to what everyone's done in the past with IPs. When I'm just like, IPs are meant to be fucking weird. IPs are meant to be
curveball,
doing weird things with. Like, I hate seeing the same reboots that tread the same ground every like 5 to 10 years. Like, but do something different.
Like I said, curveball. What if they just had a different IP and they did their own thing? And I know I get it. I get how like they need the IP to make the thing. No, but this is like
It's Scooby-Doo.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
That's what it comes down to.
But this is like when they made the female Ghostbusters movie, and they're like, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, why does it have to be called the Ghostbusters? This could be its own thing.
Because they wanted to make a female Ghostbusters movie. That's like, there are people that are fans of the thing that aren't you. And they want to make their own version of the same thing you like. And I'm okay with that. You don't have to like it.
Like, but you could round about again with the Ghostbusters thing as an example. If you labeled that movie as something else, like, female ghost hunters, it's still a shit movie because it's poorly composed.
That's what I return back to.
it's bad acting.
So I agree with you.
I think it really depends on if it's good or not.
I agree with you. If something is bad of its own merit, that's its own problem. But I'm so tired of people hating something just for being different. When I'm like, bro, we get too much of the same shit already. There's been, 60 years of Scooby-Doo at this point? Like, I'm okay with someone doing something weird for once. God, like, I've had a lot of Scooby-Doo. Like, I can stand something that's just fucking quirky and weird. And if you don't like it, I don't like it. It's like, again, how many different timelines of Halloween do we have? Like, how many things have gotten so old that, like, we've had to like retcon the canon like 5 times, and even then, like, the reboot's not that good, but we have more of it.
See, this is where I kind of, to an extent, I agree with you. Like, when you take it and you do it and you still do something good, like that's where I'd kind of draw the line. If it's good, then I'll usually shut my mouth about it. Yeah. The issue that I have with it is that it comes off the difference between making something that will appeal to fans and new people versus people that are basically coming out to take advantage of the former fan base. Like, the main thing, like, when I looked at the Velma thing for it, and when I say it, like, it feels like it was another show and then they attached it to it, it's because I don't think people would be talking about it if it was called anything else.
It's true. I think I've heard people call, I'm sorry, I heard people call it like skinning an IP. It's like taking the things you like from something and sort of like making it look like it, but it's really just something completely different.
Like, this was the same complaint that I had for like the Uncharted movie. Like, I like the Uncharted games. It didn't really feel like Uncharted to me. Like, it felt like it was some other kind of thing. You could have called it Undiscovered and kept basically everything. But it's like, here's like, let's break down Uncharted into what it is. It's kind of kooky plot until something happens. Then, you play shooty boom game or you run away from a vehicle until they find treasure and then they leave. It's basically Indiana Jones stuff.
They just need an IP,
And then you get the Uncharted movie, which it took some stuff from it, but it was like, we're just going to have Nathan Drake not shoot people in it because apparently he just doesn't do stuff with guns for the most part. He fires a gun like twice in that movie and never to actually shoot somebody. And shooting people has never been something that Drake was ever against. You do it a lot in those games.
Yeah, he's basically a murderer.
I mean, in that movie, he was
Drake.
He was more just like young Indiana Jones than Nathan Drake.
And to an extent, like, it's like saying, like, I've heard people say, well, it's PG-13. Well, why did you have to make it PG-13? Are the Uncharted games teen? Like, I don't honestly know. I'm asking. Like,
see people blown up completely in PG-13. What's PG-13 protecting from? What?
Has anyone ever seen? Has anyone ever seen Mission on Mars?
No, I don't think so.
This is an example of sometimes how off the mark the rating system can be. But like, I'm pretty sure the original rating for that movie was PG. Someone gets ripped apart by a tornado in that movie. Like, they die a horrific death, and that movie's PG.
I mean, you can get away with a lot at PG, and at PG-13, you can get away with almost as much as an R rating. It's actually ridiculous.
So from what I've heard, and I don't know because I've never made a movie before that had to get rated, but supposedly like ratings boards are just like, they're completely fickle about what happens. Some people are more loose about what they can add to a movie. Some people are like, oh, this can't be in it, and it can kind of vary a little bit depending on how strict they are.
Like, I've heard some complaints, like, and a lot of people think that, I guess you could argue, the more, I don't want to say artsy, but the more like Oscar worthy your film can be, they've been like, you can get away with more. Like, I know that was a huge scandal with like Memoirs of a Geisha versus some other stuff when they were getting submitted. They're like, why was some of this stuff allowed in an R-rated movie, but we had less in it, but we were being hit with like X and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Memoirs should have been X.
But like, okay, so there's plenty of examples that you can think of, but I mean, Velma, like, look at what is it? What's that movie with? Look at how many parodies of Star Trek there is, and how fantastic a lot of those parodies are. Not that's Star Wars, buddy. So there's like, and I don't mean parodies as in like it has to be necessarily funny, but it just takes heavily from the inspiration of, not like a stupid parody like Scary Movie or. Yeah, it could be like the Orville, or like what's the movie with Tim Allen?
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest. Like, why couldn't it be something like Galaxy Quest, which is like really smart and well done, and it's a parody of Star Trek and Star Trek culture, and has like that sort of love for Star Trek in there, but they could just do that with Scooby-Doo. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I get it. Again, it's like you're working with a different company, and maybe they don't want to fund that, and companies just want to have remakes and whatever it is.
I mean, there's also things like, for example, Star Trek. Again, we also have like Star Trek Below Decks or whatever. Lower Decks. There it is, Lower Decks, which is just more like comedy oriented and stuff like that, and it pokes fun at like the standard Star Trek stuff, and it's actually a fun ride because it actually cares about the source material. Velma doesn't have that. It tears apart the source material at like every opportunity. Like, just in the first episode, it shits on like everything Scooby-Doo for like a solid 10 minutes.
Again, I'm okay with that, though.
Really hoping to be controversial to hopefully get another season.
Can I ask you something real quick? Is it August or
August.
August? Are you a fan of Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, I've watched like 90% of the movies, all of Mr. Incorporated.
90.
I even watched the old shit where it was just like Shaggy and Scooby with fucking Doctor Strange, like the fucking Vincent Price episodes. Like, I watched that old shit.
Wait, that's Doctor Strange in those? What?
No. He's just Vincent Van Ghoul.
Vincent Van Ghoul, but it essentially inspired by Vincent Price. Same look as Doctor Strange, but like, basically it's Shaggy and Scooby hanging out with like a wizard. Or sorcerer, excuse me.
I remember that. I loved those as a kid.
Yeah.
They were fun.
Like,
anyway.
I think the problem is like, if you want to parody Scooby-Doo is like a very specific thing.
Yes.
And I can get not wanting to do the same thing. That's why when you brought up like the post-apocalyptic zombie comic, that to me was a good kind of sequel, I don't know what you would actually call it, but like, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. The core aspect of the character still existed in it.
Yeah, it was a good spin-off.
The big issue is, I feel like, here's the thing. I feel like even if Velma, you took some of these same characters, but you set them during Mystery Inc. and had them doing their normal mystery. I think half of my issue is it's a prequel and nobody feels right. Like, it could change. Like, I'm not giving up on it. Like, I'm going to keep watching it. Like, there's nothing really else coming out, so I'm going to give it a shot. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like, this show could end up being really good later on. Yeah. I'm just saying their initial pitch isn't the best right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Initially, everyone's just out for themselves and assholes, except Norville. Yeah. Norville seems fine.
Oh, I just hope the only thing I hope they don't do with it is, because like I said, like, I'm going to call him Shaggy because that's who he's supposed to be. Like, Shaggy is very...
His name is Norville. So
yeah, I know.
In the original, yeah.
Like, so I think that was kind of like a bit of a deep cut. What I hope that they don't do is, because I think Norville is a likable character in it. Mm-hmm. I just hope that they don't go the complete opposite and like halfway through, because like episode 2, like Daphne and Velma are selling drugs so that she can raise money to get like her mom's old document. I forget why they're honestly selling drugs, but they're selling drugs.
Yeah.
And that's when you kind of find out that Norville or Shaggy is like very anti-drug. Mm. I hope that they just don't do the route where he suddenly experiences it, and how everyone was complaining he doesn't look like Shaggy. Like, they should have given him like the short braids and stuff like that. I hope we don't completely get Norville changed because they decide to let him try weed one time, and then the entire character changes, and then he becomes Shaggy, and everybody calls him Shaggy.
Yeah, that would be
like, just that you hit me with that idea is like that. Yeah. I swear to God, I would lose my shit and I mean that in like an I'm angry kind of way. Like, at this point, I would even prefer like the Venture Brothers like parody of Scooby-Doo. Where you know, has everybody seen Venture Brothers?
That was hilarious.
Yeah, like where it's like you find out that Shaggy is like actually crazy, and he is like hearing the dog's voice in his head.
They're all supposed to be, in that version. They're all supposed to be different. Basically, they're all based on actual people. So like Shaggy was supposed to be like son of Sam, and I forget which cult. Like, I think Daphne was supposed to be, she was someone that was kidnapped and then ended up on their side and turned into like a terrorist or something. Like, they were all parodies of like they were parodying those people turned into a Scooby-Doo thing.
Yes.
So I think that would have worked. That's where like I kind of sit here and go with Velma. Like, maybe if these were these same characters, but doing normal, like, we're going to drive around, we go to a town, and then all of a sudden weird ghost man shows up and we need to solve it.
Mm-hmm.
It might have worked better with these characters. The problem is like the general premise of the show doesn't feel like Scooby-Doo to me.
Yeah.
That's kind of where my issue is coming in more with anything. Like, when I say like I don't think the show is good, I don't think the base of the show is good.
Yeah. Has a very weak skeleton, basically, I feel. Also, episodes feel really long. Retro, did you feel like that first episode was like, instead of like the 20-ish minutes or whatever, it felt like more of like a 40-minute runtime to me?
Kinda, sorta. Like, I wouldn't say it felt like super long, but it didn't feel like 20 minutes. Like,
I feel like it was like all of the exposition that just kind of like made it like the illusion that it was so long.
Maybe it felt long because a lot of stuff happened in that first episode. Because like you had the initial like kill that happens in it. Velma gets arrested. You find out about Velma's backstory and her mom. You find out about the diner and her dad and I guess her stepmom. I don't know if it's her stepmom or not. Then you have like Fred. Like the thing is like it's not like they took a good time to just introduce everybody at one time. It's like, here's Velma. Now here's Daphne. Actually, they introduced Daphne before they introduced Velma, but like you get these characters introduced, and then it's like the last 5 or 10 minutes when they finally show Shaggy. Like, I wasn't thinking he was going to even show up in the first episode.
Right.
Yeah.
So speaking of remakes and what reboots or whatever you want to call it, well, let's talk a little bit about The Last of Us. I don't know if anybody is excited for this new show that's coming out.
Critics, I'm not critics, but all the TV press has been circle jerking it hard. Like, and I figured like we're overdue for a good movie adaptation, good video game adaptation of something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really rooting for it. Like, it could be bad, but it's HBO and they don't tend to make bad things. So I
have a question. How are we overdue for a good game turned into a TV show when we just had Arcane, which was fucking phenomenal?
Yeah, but like live action,
bro, are you like it's okay. It's okay. 3D shows are shows too, Quintessence. It's okay. We know. 2D, okay. Look, listen, it's okay. Okay. Look, I don't.
3D doesn't exist to him.
I don't know what your beef is with people in 3D TV shows, but
he only sees 2 dimensions.
I don't know what your beef is with 2D.
I don't have one. That's the problem. Is you're like looking for someone to have a problem with 3D. It feels like, I don't know. Could be wrong. But anyway, so what did you think, Quintessence? How are you feeling about this new show?
I want to be cautiously optimistic because I freaking love The Last of Us, and after the travesty in my mind that was The Last of Us Part 2, I just hope that Last of Us 2isms don't sneak their way into this, little TV show.
I can't speak for my own. I can't speak. I don't really know too much about The Last of Us or 1 or 2. I mean, I know people don't have a problem. What is the problem with The Last of Us 1 to Last of Us 2? Can anyone explain that to me in a way that won't piss everyone off? Or I don't know. Is that possible?
Last of Us
Keep it PG.
You have characters acting a certain way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you can transition into Last of Us Part 2, and they're a completely different character. There's literally no remnants of that previous character. They've basically been wiped away, and a new character has been plopped in. But it's supposed to be the same character.
I mean, hasn't it been 15 years or something like that, or 10 years?
Been a few years.
A few, yeah. It hasn't
been well less than 10, but I think it was maybe. I think it was 5, maybe. I can't remember the exact stuff.
Right.
But it's jarring. It's really jarring, how different characters act and how different things play out, I guess.
Is it just that
you know that Joel's a shitty person. That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they unceremoniously axe him off.
Sit up, dude. Dude, you're falling asleep on the podcast again. Shitty. Come on, dude.
And then they barely build up Ellie's, nemesis, and it's just it felt super lazy. It's a game that didn't need to exist. The Last of Us Part 1 was just a complete package, and Part 2 never needed to happen.
I mean,
I think at the end of the day.
Money. Go on.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I thought Last of Us 2 was just very average to me. I didn't hate it as much as most people did. Seem to, at least. I'll be one of the few people I think that'll argue that I didn't think Last of Us 2 was depressing enough, and the ending was too hopeful.
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree with you.
What would have made it more depressing? What were you expecting to happen?
Everybody should have died. Every character in that should have died, except for I can't remember the name of the what's the name of the girl or boy that travels with I can't even remember the name of the character. What's the name? Who's the character that kills Joel? And that's not a spoiler for anyone, but what's
I freaking forgot.
Abby, are you?
Yeah, it's Abby's companion partner. I can't remember their name.
His name.
That was the only character, in my opinion, that should have survived Last of Us 2.
Okay.
Because it felt like the entire point of the game was basically you taking actions that you then regret and you can't take back. So I'm sorry, Abby, like, Ellie should have killed Abby. Yes. And then maybe regretted it afterward. Like, this would be my ending to it. Because the idea of, so I don't know if you do spoiler tags or something like that.
Oh, that's spoilers. Spoilers, by the way, guys.
So, like, at the very end, you get that because, like, Ellie chased revenge for Joel, and then lost everything because her wife, I think they're married, I can't remember, leaves her and takes, like, the kid, and she's left in a house all alone and everything like that. And what I think should have happened is she should have killed Abby, regretted it, come home, home's empty, maybe we get, like, a cut to a year or two later, and she's going to leave to try and resettle at the settlement, and then just as she's walking away, she gets, like, an arrow to the throat and dies, and you find out that it's that one character. And then, because Ellie is still the cure for everything, Ellie is still immune for all of this stuff, you killed off the one character that could still potentially cure everything. And thus, basically, this cycle of violence, this cycle of revenge keeps happening, and you basically doom the world at the end of it.
That'd be depressing.
Yeah, but they couldn't make a third one.
That's my issue with it. Like, everyone that says, like, oh, this is such a great story. No, it's still a very corporate story. You still had to leave it open for a sequel. You still had to do all these things for it. You just made it just sad enough that it would get emotional responses. But that's where I argue I didn't think it was sad enough. Like, honestly, to me, Last of Us 2 felt like Last of Us 3. Like, because I didn't hate Abby. Like, I didn't have a problem that Abby killed Joel, because, as you said, Joel was kind of a piece of shit. This was coming. Yeah. I personally would have rather had Last of Us 2, where you follow Abby the entire time. You know she's hunting for someone, but you don't know who. And then at the very end, it ends basically with her finding the settlement where Joel is, and you realize, oh shit, it's Joel. And then you could have basically left most of Last of Us 3 the same, but you get enough attachment to Abby that you end up with Abby side people and Ellie side people.
Last of Us 2 Part 2.
Yeah. Like,
Electric Boogaloo.
There was stuff in the game that I enjoyed. Like, I thought it was a well-playing game, but it just... It just...
idea of splitting the storylines out, that would have been cool.
They did split the storylines.
Yeah, like...
No, but what he was saying about, like, have it be about, like, the two factions kind of?
It would be like the Last of Us Red and Blue.
That.
Honestly,
you play as Ellie, you play as Abby, and you kind of, like, switch between them every so often.
Yeah, like, you basically hit the halfway point, and then you stop playing as Ellie and you go back to Abby.
Yeah.
And then, because Abby's stuff takes place during that same 3 days as Ellie's, right? Like, if I'm remembering right.
I believe so.
I would have rather you continue on playing it. Like, the problem is to me, and I get that you're supposed to hate Abby by the time you actually switch and you play as her.
Yeah.
But as the entire thing, maybe I just wasn't as attached to Joel as most people were. Like, I'm willing to acknowledge that. Like, every time I played Last of Us 1, like, when Joel almost died in Last of Us 1, yeah, I felt bad. But, like... I sat there, I'm like, everything Joel is hinted at and told us about in the first game, I was like, oh yeah, this guy was a piece of shit.
Yeah, Joel's not a good person.
No. Yeah, like, by the time Last of Us 2 happens, it's like, oh yeah, he just gets killed by someone that's wanting revenge. I'm like, that's the ending Joel deserves. Like, as much as some people might not want to acknowledge that, like, Joel is not meant to have a happy ending.
No.
I do agree with you. Like, I think Last of Us 1 had a great ending with, like, Joel lying and everything like that. Like, I personally, if we were continuing the story, then fine. I don't like the route they went, but it's whatever for it. I personally probably would have chosen an entirely new cast of people and just made it set in the same world. Just because, as far as I was concerned, Joel and Ellie's story was done.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where that's where I'm saying, like,
have Ellie on the front of everything.
That's true too. Like, that's where I'm saying, like, Last of Us 2, I would have been happy if you just played as Abby the entire time. and it just kind of went through and then lightly tied into the Joel stuff. Like,
yeah, sure, why not? You could play as Abby and Owen. Owen was his name, hunting down Joel.
Yo, August, what are your August? What are your thoughts on 18th century utilitarianism?
18th century utilitarianism is a deep philosophy, man.
It is, yeah. Okay, I agree.
It's just like, you know, does one do something just because, you know, it's for someone else, or does one do something because it's for themselves? You know what I mean? Like, what's the
right? And so what? And like, since we brought this up, how would you tie that into The Last of Us Part 2?
I don't know, but you should check out my book that's coming out on that topic.
Check out his what is it? His Fire mixtape. It's going to be dropping soon. Anyway,
Last of Us. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Cautiously optimistic is how I'm feeling about the show. I think the second game was very controversial. It wasn't as universally loved as the first game. I liked the first game. My only complaint about the first game is it didn't feel enough like a video game. It felt like I was playing a movie, which is cool. But like, I'm playing a video game, so like, give me a boss fight. You know what I mean? Give me more moments that are more video. But
it's a Sony game. It's
I know, but I want to feel like I'm playing a game still. Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm a huge Pedro Pascal fan. He's great. Bella Ramsey was great in Game of Thrones, so hopefully she's great in this.
She doesn't look anything like Ellie.
I just kind of hope it's not just like a 1-for-1 retelling, and maybe it's like a different story, because what's the point of just having a live action?
That's my whole point with adaptations.
I was gonna say that was his argument before. Like, I would prefer something that would be closer to playing the game. Like, not only like I do agree with you. Like, why would I watch Last of Us if I could just play The Last of Us? But at the exact same time, I'm like, well, this is really just trying to sell Last of Us to people who probably didn't play Last of Us.
Yeah, but I mean, the core install is going to be the people who already know about it. So
yeah,
like, you have to do something new for them to keep them entertained. Otherwise, they're going to be bored too. You know.
I mean, like, as long as they keep the core idea of who the characters are in it. Like, if they suddenly decided to make Joel not a piece of shit, then I'm gonna have a problem with that. Like, if it's basically, if he ends up as like, I don't even
like a Goku type hero, like where Goku's not really a hero. Yeah,
Joel should never be a hero.
Like, it's like how they tried to make Goku a hero and like in Dragon Ball, when he's really not. He's just a guy who just likes to punch things. And
here's how I could say it. Like, if we get a recreation of the scene where they're on the highway and they're driving and they see the guy asking for help and Joel's like actually pulls over to help them.
Yeah, that guy'll help him.
His response isn't to floor it and hit the guy because he knows it's a trap. That's how you're gonna betray Joel to me. Like, if his automatic thought isn't that everyone else is trying to screw me over, because even the reason he's helping Ellie in the first game is just to get his guns back that were stolen from him. Like, he's not doing anything else to help him.
Really? That wasn't the vibe I got. I thought he was helping Ellie because, like, you know, he had vibes of his daughter that died.
His guns were stolen by the Fireflies.
Well, I think also
you're talking about like the beginning of the game, like the
that's his original reason. Yeah, that's it. Eventually, he does it to help Ellie and everything. That's why he does what he does at the end of the first game, is because he actually grows attached to Ellie. I'm saying if his first introduction is like, I don't take things, and then he sees Ellie and he's like, okay, I'll take her because she reminds him of his daughter, I'd be like, no, that's a betrayal. Like, if it's, hey, take her across these things and we'll give you all your guns back that we stole from you. Okay, then
as long as it's authentic to the character, I see.
Yes, that's what I care about, and that's what I want. Like, and circling back to Velma, I didn't think they were authentic to the characters.
There it is.
Yeah,
it's just like Last of Us 2. Last of Us Part 2, not authentic to the characters.
Right.
Whatever.
So, hey, is that Master Chief's show still going?
Yeah.
Is that Halo show still going?
Supposedly, it was the most watched thing on Paramount Plus. So who knows?
Wow. Okay.
Another season.
Yeah.
As someone that actually has Paramount Plus, I can say you only got like 2 other options of things to watch, so that makes sense. Like
that or new Star Trek. And new Star Trek is its own grab bag of insanity.
Did you guys see that they're raising the price of HBO Max?
What?
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, the person I get that password from is going to be very upset by that.
Oh,
yeah, fuck, right? For real, bro.
I feel like it's already overpriced.
Dude, David Zaslav. Well, with all the stuff they've been axing or canceling or renewing then canceling, like or just like ditching, like dropping from the network. Like I'm pretty sure they dropped Westworld from the network. Westworld is going to like.
That's going to Netflix, isn't it?
So not only did they cancel Westworld, because they were already signed on for a 5th season, so they actually, I think, contractually still have to pay out for the season. Yeah, it's going. They dropped it from HBO, and it's either going to like free streaming with ads, or it's going somewhere else. But
I think it's going to Netflix.
Batgirl left a money void.
It's going to Netflix also.
The guy who's the new head of HBO is basically like stripping it down to bare parts to make up money, and it's looking real sad because a lot of great projects have been canceled, and there was shit I wanted to see. So, not to mention, I mean, they're basically rebooting. They're in the process of rebooting the DC universe now too, so that's its own thing. Like Henry Cavill's out, which honestly I think Superman was his best role because hot take here, but I'm not a big fan of him as not him
as the Mandalorian.
As the Witcher, excuse me.
Really?
Yeah.
He's great as the Witcher.
I think he's a terrible actor, to be 100% honest. I think he's a charisma vacuum in that show, and I enjoy the show. I mean, think he sucks all the air out of
have you read like the Witcher books or played the games?
Bruh.
Well, he said he wasn't a part of The Witcher anymore because they said they were veering too much away from the source material.
The writers actively hate the source material. They've gone on record, and he was just like, I mean, if you hate the source material and we're not going to follow it at all, then I'm out. What's the point? This isn't what I signed up for anymore.
I think Cavill might have had a point there, but at the same time, apparently he's super hard to work with. And yeah,
there's no more coins for this Witcher.
I don't think he's a good actor in the show. Like, I just don't enjoy scenes he's in the show.
Honestly, he is a very dry actor. I will say that.
I thought that was perfect for Geralt. Geralt's a very dry.
I can't say much. I didn't watch anything after the first season, so.
Oh, you already got the best. You got the best part.
Game Geralt.
You don't need to see anymore.
Show Geralt.
In season 2, they just take achievements of other characters and hand them to fucking Yennefer. And then they change Yennefer's character. So, whatever. Fuck it.
I mean,
they're just doing whatever the hell they wanted.
Maybe if he just saved his dad from that hurricane, we wouldn't have been in the situation.
No. You would have saved his personality? Maybe.
I remember when that movie came out, I was trying to defend that scene so much. And just as I've gotten older, I'm like,
So
I was like, not only could you have saved him, you could have just flown him to another state. Nobody would have known.
No sense.
It's so weird.
And the other scene where Jonathan Kent tells him not to save the kids in the school bus.
You leave them kids.
I forgot about that.
It's just like, what? Are you kidding me?
It seems like
you gotta hide your powers, Clark.
It's a
only
weird.
To just reveal himself later. Like, what was the fucking point? Hello?
Look, I got it, Dad. I'm just not gonna wear these glasses. Hey, son, you're already not wearing glasses.
Oh man.
Yeah, but.
And then of course the famous the museum scene or whatever with like the lasers. Oh god, we're gonna die. I mean, you could just move.
The fear stunned them.
The people were they were stunned by fear, bro.
Now I will say this: I'm also not a big fan of James Gunn, so I'm not looking forward to what DC under James Gunn is gonna look like.
I kind of agree. Don't get me wrong. I love what he's done in solo projects. Him controlling the whole universe, I'm really scared.
Well, I
don't know if he can hold a whole universe together.
Well, nobody else has been able to do that with DC either. So,
has anyone even tried? That's my other question.
What is this? Some kind of Suicide Squad?
Well, here's the thing. His version of Suicide Squad was I liked it. I'm just gonna say that.
Same.
I haven't seen the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie. The first one, I was like, I like it. It was good for what it is. The issue that I have is I don't want DC turning into what Marvel is, which is, I liked in the original Iron Man that, you know, there was kind of this really serious stuff and there were jokes every once in a while. Where we're currently at in Marvel is that it's 90% jokes and everyone's a sarcastic shit.
And nothing matters.
And then we have this other stuff in it.
Yeah.
My issue is I don't want every movie to turn into the Suicide Squad because that was the popular, successful one that he did.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, no, you have a point.
At least it worked for Spider-Man, since everyone's sarcastic twats in Spider-Man anyway.
Did you like Peacemaker?
I did like Peacemaker.
He directed that.
Yeah, I know, and it felt exactly like Suicide Squad, but at least had the.
It picked up on all the things and did them better. Like it was all the highlights of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, like it for what it was fine, and I think that version of Peacemaker was actually a good take on the character compared to kind of how he was in the comics. Like, I'm not super familiar with Peacemaker for it, but they took some of the stuff from it. Mm-hmm. But I thought tying his dad into being like White Dragon or something like that, and some other stuff in it was like a little odd. But like, I liked the story and the characters that they were trying to tell in it. But again, I don't want every DC show after this to be like Peacemaker.
Well, here's the thing is, I don't think it will be. I mean, I don't know, because they're gonna pretty much wipe the slate clean at this point.
100%, yeah.
So
I think they need to.
Well, I mean, apparently that damn Flash movie's still on the table somehow.
Dude, Ezra Miller, stand alive.
Yo,
he just
won't
need to
stop.
Here's the thing. I don't think the movie would be good, but I'm like, you canned Batgirl, but you're gonna still allow the Flash.
It's still gonna allow the Flash.
Right?
I think they're gonna have the Flash, like, you know how wait, who's the Kid Flash? What's his name? Like the one, like the one with the Wally, where he's like running and then he like winds up like sacrificing himself to like change the universe. They're gonna do that with Isra. Like, we're in the beginning scene where he's running and he's like, "Here, go, it's your world now," or something, and then he just like goes into the void.
Which version of Flash is Ezra supposed to be?
I think
he's the cinematic universe version of Flash.
Barry.
But Lily,
Barry.
Is he Barry?
Yeah.
That was
He's supposed to be Barry.
Yeah.
You
Barry.
know, just let him crash into a mountain or some shit and die, and then like,
maybe the Red Death catches him.
Let the Speed Force take him.
Yeah, I find it funny. Like, again, I think the only reason they've decided to just keep that movie in the can, is probably because the money sunk. Like, they've already filmed it. It was probably way more expensive than Batgirl. And B, it's the entire Deus Ex Machina they're going to use to reboot the universe anyway. So, like,
they're new 52ing it with Ezra's movie, aren't they?
Yeah, that was the idea.
No.
That's
yeah.
like
They're flashpointing it with
and he's gonna hand the baton off to the dude, the CW Flash, and he's gonna take it, and then he's gonna be there's a whole redemption arc,
CW
baby.
Flash is so done. It's been like 9 years.
Well, I don't know.
Like 9 seasons.
There's no reason to believe
Grant Gustin is done.
that this Flash couldn't like run into like a different dimension and then away from his and the previous one.
They technically already met in an after credit scene.
Well, yeah, I mean, so it's still possible. I don't know. I mean, could happen.
Grant Gustin's Flash gave Ezra Miller's Flash the name of the Flash. Did he know Ezra Miller would use it for evil? No, but
he became the Reverse Flash.
Would I think it would be hilarious if they just redid the Flash movie, but someone just superimposed everything with the Flash to be yellow? That would be some of the funniest shit to
exactly
me.
Right, yeah.
But like,
he became Thawne.
Oh, it was me, Barry.
It was me, Barry. That is like one of the best memes of all time. I just want
It's pretty top tier.
It's amazing. It was me, Barry. I was the one who held those children hostage.
It was me, Barry. I killed your mother.
I trespassed on that person's lawn. Anyway, Hey, well, at least it's not. I mean, at least we're not. We're like, hey, Morbius. I don't know. That's his own set of bullshit. That damn Sony universe, bro. Let it go.
Still good though.
Let it go.
The 2D movies, the animated DC movies are still good.
Yeah.
Are they?
They are.
They?
Yeah. Justice League Dark.
They used to be great, though. They used to be great.
Wait, wasn't the
Justice League Dark was still great?
Wasn't that also like several years ago?
Yeah, pre-New 52, they were amazing. Five-ish.
Do any of the cartoons have its own continuity, or is it just?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not.
League.
No. I'm talking about the movies. Do the movies have their own continuity, or are they all each their own standalone story? Yeah, standalone story.
Me and my wife have been watching those over the past year. And the biggest issue is she's like, okay, so why does this work when this other movie said this? I was like, because it's a different universe. Yeah. Yep. And she's like, we make it 3 or 4 movies in. And she's like, so which universe is this? I was like, it's none of the other 4 that we've watched so far.
Yeah.
But wait, I thought they already made the Justice League. Well, you see.
Don't question why Batman is now in ancient Japan with a giant samurai mecha. Just enjoy the movie.
Don't think about it, dude. Just
is this one set?
It's hard to enjoy that movie.
I enjoy it.
Why is this one set during the Cold War and everybody keeps talking about communists?
No.
It's a different
Superman's
Superman Red Sun, baby.
Wait, why is Batman a vampire? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Why is Batman a giant bat?
Don't worry about it. Then you gotta figure out if it's Batman or Man-Bat. I mean, so many rules.
Well, all right, guys.
And then you have Killing Joke.
That's okay.
I love how the worst part of Killing Joke was
my brother tried to convince me that was good.
The Bruce Wayne Barbara Gordon relationship, bruh.
What do you mean canonize?
Dude, Bruce Tim, we love you for creating Batman the animated series, but please take your fetishes out of.
Whoa.
Keep your fetishes on your own Twitter account, is what you're saying, right?
The fucking what? I don't know why the Batman Barbara thing is even a thing when literally in the comics, fucking Nightwing and Barbara are together. Because
nothing gets Bruce harder than fucking his adoptive son. Okay, bro. Bruce has some very specific fetishes.
I'm gonna apply this in the way that they think general audiences would think. Why would Batman care that Batgirl was shot if he wasn't having sex with her?
Oh, that's true. So we should devote 30 minutes to that.
That's the only process I could think of.
Dude, I'm Bruce is that was the moment where I'm yo, is Bruce kind of
this is what's happening?
Is Bruce kind of a scumbag?
Is he?
That whole thing.
Wait,
he knew.
I'm still stuck on.
He knew Nightwing liked Barbara. Are you kidding me, Bruce?
Wait. I'm still stuck on. Okay, so are you saying the Killing Joke is part of the Batman the Animated Series?
It technically,
it's part of the cinematic, animated universe.
It's one of many universes.
So it's
so it's not. Okay, got you.
Unless you say everything created by Bruce Timm is a part of the Bruce Timm universe.
And you don't want to do that.
No.
That has some weird consequences.
Yeah.
I mean...
But Killing Joke could have been a decent movie if he could just cut out, the first 30 minutes of fucking pointless shit. They're of course Batman's gonna fucking care about Barbara. Hello?
He's gonna care about her regardless. Okay, so that's your point about the sex scene. But isn't that just in the actual comics, so they had to leave it? Or that was not?
They just made it up. They just fucking made it up.
They just added that in there just for the kicks and shiggles. You know what we need for this movie?
Backlog, what you need to do is
they had to cut parts of the Killing Joke to fit in that garbage.
Yeah.
That's the worst part about it.
There was apparently a non-canon Bruce Timm comic where Bruce Timm was yeah, this is a great idea. Let's go with it. And then whoever put him in charge of the Killing Joke was yeah, can we throw this weird plot line you wanted in? And he's sure. And it just happened. And it's no. No one wanted that. No one wanted that.
Backlog, I'm gonna help you. Here's that. Backlog, I'm gonna help you. Here's what you do. Don't do this on stream or anything, but go to Bruce Timm's Twitter account or his Instagram and just start looking at his artwork. And I think a lot of the stuff will start making sense as to why that scene was added.
Oh.
Don't do it, Backlog.
Don't do it.
There are times
dangerous.
But then again, sometimes these fetishes pay off because we wouldn't have had Harley Quinn without it. So it's just like
that will never be forgiven as far as I'm concerned. Like,
look, can't I just have the Justice League back? I just want the Justice League cartoon show and Justice League Unlimited.
Why?
And I just
go watch Justice League
I just
and
want
Justice League Unlimited. They hold up,
baby.
No, I know, but can't we just get more of that? Can I get more Batman Beyond, please? I just want something. I want more Static Shock.
We could get more Batman Beyond, but it was super poorly received in its final season, and the chances of it ever coming back are horrific as an animated show.
I remember it ending on a very Gantz like
it doesn't end. It literally got axed off mid-season.
Yeah, it gets like movies to explain stuff.
And it got a movie to finish.
Is that the Joker one? The Joker, the one that
that's not technically the ending. The ending is the last episode of Justice League.
Well, yes.
That is, Justice League Unlimited had those special 2 episodes or whatever, where
it was great.
We had like Amanda Waller basically explaining who Bruce really was to Terry.
That episode was insane too, because she basically explained that she stole Bruce's DNA, implanted it
into a babby.
His dad.
Into his mom. Wait, what was it? Wait. It wasn't implanted into the mom. It was implanted into the dad. And he's like, he knew that one sperm was gonna be a fighter, dude.
He was
they rewrote all of his DNA.
He was it was injected with a serum that rewrote his entire DNA to
his reproductive DNA.
Wait, what? Yeah. He's just firing off like Bruce Wayne's.
He's firing off Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Listen,
but
always needs to be
the episodes are still really good because Terry gets to see or learn about a different side to Bruce, and it really gives Terry like good closure to like all of the events of Batman Beyond.
But I will say this about that is that according to what that episode lined up, Bruce knew for a while that Terry had his was like a 99% match to him, and I guess just never looked into it. Which is
whatever,
the least
man.
Bruce thing I can think of, because
he was already senile. It's fine.
Unless they're acknowledging that Bruce just has so many kids at this point, he was like, probably. Like,
Bruce just don't give a fuck. It's just how it is, man. You don't
make him another Robin.
Was that from like the Mask of the Phantasm woman? No. Was it Talia? No.
He's long since dead, so I don't gotta worry about him.
Bruce doesn't care if you're his son or not. He's anti-nepotism. You gotta earn that shit.
You have to earn his child.
Bruce doesn't care if you're his son because he's got 5 adopted kids that he cares about more. His adopted kids hate him.
Give me more Batman Beyond. I love Batman.
I want more Static Shock.
Yeah, sure, that's 2.
We'll never like the show is like peak stat. Okay, so this is not fair to anyone who's read the comic because the comic's probably been good. But the show is like peak Static Shock, and anytime I go to read the comic, I'm like, this isn't the show.
The show is
so good. I can't do it. I can't read the comic.
Well,
I haven't read the new Static.
What was super neat was in Young Justice season 3, they actually brought in Static Shock. So he joined Young Justice.
So he had the theme song, right?
Like, the whole thing.
It's been a while.
He's just in like the league. He's part of it.
And then he talks to the John Stewart, the Green Lantern. Oh wait, John Stewart, the Green Lantern.
Jones.
He apprentices
John Jones?
under Black Lightning.
Well, the other person that's another famous person.
Which is like a really, really good dynamic.
Yeah, it is. It is cool.
You know, I'm just thinking of that stupid thing. It's like
you've never had Black Lightning.
You never had Black Lightning before. I'm immune to lightning. Go ahead and shock me. You've never had Black Lightning before.
They know exactly what they're doing.
They do exactly what they were doing. Yeah. No, but man, well, where's my Zeta project season 2?
Nobody wants Zeta.
Come on, dude. Where's my Zeta project?
It's chilling over with Cubics.
Robotics for everyone.
No, that show was terrible.
No, that show was bad.
I hated that show. I actively was like, why is this on TV? What's taking up other good 4Kids TV shows then?
Man, there was an episode. Wasn't there an episode of Static Shock where he crosses over with the Justice League? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, where they just show up for like 5 minutes and like they're gone.
Yeah,
they just like.
There was also an episode where he was in a Justice League episode.
I think there's also an episode where he crosses over with Batman Beyond as well before the Justice League, but I could be wrong about that.
They go. I forget the exact
like a time jump.
They go into the future.
Yeah, I think that's Justice League Unlimited. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they go to the future, and he meets like Future Static with like super long dreads.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like gray hair. I'm like, damn.
The same outfit. They never updated his clothing. He never moved. Early 2000s.
Dude, Static Shock's great.
He's fucking cracked though in the future.
Yeah, he got the glow up.
His abilities are cracked.
Yeah, his abilities are cracked.
Yeah, and his fucking outfit, his fit is fire too.
Static's way more than just like electricity. Static is literally like manipulating energy in the air.
He is electricity. Crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. So we're definitely gonna need some more. We're gonna need some more of that, I guess. I don't know. And you know,
hey, New Disney to not be bad. That's
I just can't wait until we eventually get to Pregnant Joker, and you know and then eventually the world can just end, and you know, we can all rest finally.
Before Pregnant Joker like concludes. But
I'm waiting for my animated version.
No. Live action Pregnant Joker, bro.
So with that, guys, this has been the Backlog Podcast number 32. Yo, Retro, where can people find you, man?
You can mostly find me on TikTok under RetroRemastered, and on Twitter under RetroRemastered.
Sick. Quintessence, where can people find you?
Oh, mostly on Twitch under Quintessence HD, and also on Twitter under Quintessence HD.
Awesome. August, where can people find you?
I mean, you ask me the same question every time. Because
if I don't ask you, if I don't ask you, then what are you gonna say?
You get upset. You get upset when he doesn't ask you.
I would. Okay, so same back time, same back channel, right here in the Backlog Podcast. Will I eventually stream? Who knows?
Who knows? Probably.
Maybe one day.
You'd have to play video games to stream.
But until that, hey, I've played at least 2 more video games already this year than usual.
Sick.
Wow.
Well, you can find the backlog on...
Are those statistics made up? Yes, but...
Doubling your game count. Congratulations.
It's my New Year's resolution.
You can find the backlog on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. I think we're on, I don't know, we're probably on Google Plus somewhere. I'm not really sure anymore.
Alexa,
but yeah.
Siri.
We're on MySpace. But yeah, other than that, guys, this has been the Backlog Podcast number 42, and we will see you soon. Peace out, y'all. Bye-bye.
Find us on Tinder.